My wife is neurodivergent. I'm neurotypical. Some things from each of us that help our relationship thrive. For me, is understanding that Becca being neurodivergent is not an illness or a sickness. It is a neurological wiring. It's not something that needs to be fixed or changed or anything like that. It's something that needs to be accommodated for and adjusted for and built around, so to speak. The more that I understand my wife as a neurodivergent person, the better our relationship is, because I'll have a much better sense of just the ebb and flow of our connection. How about you, babe?
For me, it's knowing when to ask for time and space to be by myself.
Yeah.
I guess, feeling safe to do that, because I've always felt like that I couldn't for some reason. I don't know. Not because you would say no, but just because in my head, like, it's wrong to ask for that or something. I'm not sure where I learned that, but
Right.
also something my therapist and I were going over this week was not setting goals that are too unreasonable for me. I have a tendency to set lofty goals, and when I don't reach them, I get really disappointed and upset with myself.
Oh, wow.
And
wow. Okay.
because I feel like I should be doing more. It's like this mindset of not wanting to be considered lazy or...
Because you get called that as a neurodivergent. There's this toxic people in the comments sometimes. They're like, well, that's just lazy, or that's just this. They have absolutely no concept of...
Antisocial, which
Antisocial.
actually, antisocial personality disorder is a very different disorder. Thank you very much.
Totally.
And, it's... do your research. But
That's right.
taking time to be by myself and recharging and not overdoing it, and actually... I have a tendency to be a perfectionist when I do things. If it's not perfect, I will not... I either get really upset or I keep going until I try to make it as perfect as I can. But I need to give myself grace to do my best and just be okay with that. And that's really hard for me, to just be okay with... I have to be nicer to myself.
Oh. Sometimes the toughest person to be nice to is ourselves, right?
Yeah. So,
right, everybody? Right?
Yeah. So and it's okay to take a break. For some reason, for the longest time, I always felt like if I take a break, then I'm gonna...
You're lazy.
Well, I have a bad habit of, if I take a break, I'm probably not getting back.
Right.
There's that.
Right.
But at the same time,
even though you don't maybe fully understand when you do actually need a break in order to, kind of find your baseline.
Well, yeah, because I'll keep going. I won't eat. I'll just keep going.
Yes. Neurodivergent people skip meals. I've learned this. I never knew this, y'all.
You just get busy, or your mind gets carried away. But I don't know. I always felt bad taking breaks, even when I was working. Probably also led to how I got burned out pretty quick.
Ooh.
But
you mean when you were working the floor as a nurse?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get busy, and people constantly asking you to do things.
Exactly.
So taking time for yourself is a big deal.
Yeah, like
and that's for anybody, I think.
Right. And like the word on the street is that nurses are really good at holding their bladder because they have to. Yeah. Like they don't. They're either not given breaks or they don't take them anyway. Just as a profession.
All the time.
Right, and that's tough. So hopefully those tips help you guys, especially if you're neurotypical or neurodivergent and you have consistent interaction with the other type.
Be nice.